Don't worry about it. Ah! Why does my life hurt? Hello, everyone. Good morning. Sorry about that, everybody. Um, should be good now. Good news. They are doing something about it. Um, I hope my internet starts improving soon. I hope I can fix my computer soon. I'm looking at fixing the laptop first, since the laptop's a little bit more vital, actually. Let's just put it this way. For my career interests, my laptop is surprisingly more important than my computer. My computer literally can run on bullshit as long as it's still running. I do not give two shits. My laptop, on the other hand, is becoming a lifeblood for my creativity. So if it's broken enough that I can't use it consistently well, it needs to be fixed. Granted, same goes for my computer for the most part. But if I can limp my computer, that's fine. But I'm starting to get to the breaking point with the literal breaking point with the laptop. So hopefully, I'll hear back from them soon when they get the part. Hopefully we get everything fixed. Hopefully the internet said that they were gonna look into it, try to get some techs out here to try to deal with whatever this noise is that's going on again in my net. Because I was like, it's what's happening. It was even happening while they were here, and they were like, yeah, but it doesn't seem like anything's wrong. It seems like everything's going through, and I'm like, eh. So he's like, maybe it is your computer, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to get a new motherboard. But then I got a call back shortly after, and he was like, well, okay, no, we tried again, and there was some weird noise, and I was like, yes, thank you. Don't gaslight me, you dicks. But no, I'm glad that they're doing something about it. I actually really am. So, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. We're listening to the best mix ever made. Oh, I need to put on that. Oops. It's fine. The VOD won't even get to see, won't even be able to hear it. They'll just see that there's music playing. I mean, I might change that now, because originally I put that there to, for people on screen, but if people at the bot aren't even going to be able to see that, then it's kind of just a bit of a distraction. So maybe I just put it in the, maybe I just put it like, there's got to be some way to hook up like Nightbot or something to just let people know what song is playing if there's a music or something. But that'll be later, so that's something I'll investigate. But welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. It's time for Gartic Phone. It's time for Gartic Phone. I do apologize for all the delays. I do apologize that it's already 11 o'clock, so we're probably not unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do as much Gartic Phone today as we normally would. We're going to have about an hour less. However, on the flip side, there's a high chance that it'll be fine, and I won't say why, because you might see me later. You might see me later. You might see us later. So we're gonna go ahead and start, and I want to thank you, Creeper, for this recommendation. I will go ahead and give it a shot. Creeper recommends tipping over sideways and shattering like ice upon hitting the ground. Yes, I like this. I like this idea. I like this idea. Yeah. Well, there you go. See, you weren't even late. Am I gonna have to... See, here's the thing. If I start at 11 o'clock... I don't know. It's 50-50, because... I do want to keep starting at 10 o'clock. I do want to keep starting at 10 o'clock. I think 10 o'clock is the right time for me to start, right? I do think that 10 o'clock is my start time, but... I don't want, like... I don't know what having a different start time would affect anything if people would be showing up an hour later anyways, other than an hour of nobody watching, I guess. But what if there's a chance that people would watch? I don't know. This is the problem with streaming sometimes, is it all is a little bit random bullshit anyways. So yeah, I don't know. I do think that if I can get my laptop screen fixed, if I can get my internet working more consistently again, I think we'll be fine. I don't know what it is about this area. This is the second time this has happened, though, to a lesser extent. So improvements are being made, but it is weird that they're just like, yep, it's just noise in your network. And I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean there's noise in my network? Why are there jammers? Why are people just jamming? Stop it. And listen, I like reggae and Mr. Marley as much as everybody else. Stop jamming. It's disrupting my life. My livelihood. Call Pepino? Maybe. What if it's Pepino causing the problem? Oh, man, that reminds me. I need to check. If that goes on sale, I need to get that as soon as possible, and I will stream it. That game looks so fucking fun. It looks right up my alley. I don't necessarily regret not picking it up day one, because again, my whole thing is I am not afraid to stream a game that has a strong vocal, you know, a strong vocal majority. But what the fuck? Oh shit! Sorry, I was reading something and I was like, "What the fuck?" No, I got distracted. Um, because in reality, I'm pretty confident that if somebody joined and they were trying to backseat, we have the tools to be able to be like, honestly, don't be a. We'll just ignore it or tell people to calm down and like tell people the intent of why we're playing something. And I think if you care about a game enough, you will respect somebody's wishes to not backseat. So, like, and if you're too annoying, we'll just fucking mute you, because, yeah, I'm not afraid of doing that, because in reality, let people play the game no matter what. So, like, if I was to get that, because a lot of people have apprehensions of don't play a single player game or play a narrative based game or play any game after like the first week that it comes out, or else you're just going to be inundated with spoilers if it's a new game. And I'm just like, I don't care, man. If I like a game enough, I'm going to play it. Now, granted, that might be the privilege of being a smaller stream. If I was bigger, people would probably be coming in constantly trying to drop shit like that. And it's just like, I think you just have to get to a point that you have to ignore that, or just be like, stop that, or make it a point that you can't do that. You know? No point in losing sweat over it, that's for damn sure. Alright. Just imagine that this would make the, is it is it glass or ice that makes the specific noise? There's like a specific Minecraft noise of like shattering glass or something that I've heard. It's a pretty good sound effect. Like it's like the glass popping noise. It's good. This is exactly the sound I would make when I fall and shatter into 1,000 pieces. Just like in real life. I imagine this going fairly quickly too, where I just am like, I think I'm gonna make contact actually on frame 3 with the ground, and then the rest of it is gonna be me shattering apart, because this will be a particularly quick one. I haven't seen it, so my opinion is, sure. We've had a video game... Listen, video game movies have been around for forever. So it was bound to happen given the popularity of Minecraft eventually. We have the Angry Birds movie, though. Ironically, that was surprisingly good. But that's because the difference between a good movie and a bad movie has nothing to do with content sometimes. It has to do with the people who are working on it. And the person who worked on the Angry Birds movie did a lot of other esteemed things. Like, they're an esteemed animator and an esteemed group of animators. So, yeah, people who know how to make good things make good things. So, however, having heard the kind of, like, travesty that is the Minecraft live-action movie, which is also very odd, I'm just like, okay, what is the purpose? Well, I know the purpose, but if you go watch it, most people who are going to watch it are either going to be 10 years old or people who want to see a train wreck. And who knows? Maybe it's good. But, signs point to not likely. Signs point to not likely. That's my whole thing, is like, it doesn't interest me because I'm neither the target demographic, nor am I the person who goes to the movies to see movies that I know are not going to interest me. I mean, that is fair. I did like the Lego movies. I liked, actually really even liked the Lego Batman movie. It was quite good. It was a solid movie. The Lego movies, but the thing about the Lego movies is they are what I like to call not what I like to call, they are a kind of phenomenon and also a creative utilization of something that is really cool. You don't get to see very often the concept of Lego stop motion be utilized on a high budget production cinematic experience. You don't see that. You don't see amateur or low level, animation, low level creativity. Because there was a time where Lego stop motion animation on YouTube was just a common thing. It was just a common practice. It was a thing that a lot of people did. It's how a lot of people actually got into animation, I bet, is by just doing stop motion Lego animation. That just was a staple of YouTube at one point. So it's really cool to see something so simple and amateur get turned into a true cinematic experience. And it's like, every time I say that, people are like, what are you talking about? That movie's CGI as hell. And I'm like, guys, it fundamentally is stop action. Of course they added CGI. I'm not stupid. Of course there are scenes that are impossible to do in that movie that they had to do with CGI. However, you watch, there are portions of it that are stop motion, and I think they're genuinely stop motion. And that's what makes that movie great, is the fundamentals of stop motion are still there. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the kind of thing that makes the Lego movie special, which makes me go, I don't know about them. What are they? They're not gonna make a fucking Minecraft Machinima movie, unless they do. But I didn't grow up with Minecraft Machinima, so I have no stock in that argument. But that's the thing. If you watch closely, whether it was either incredibly well emulated or what I want to believe is at least fundamentally designed around Lego stop motion on some of those sequences, and you cannot convince me that the sequence where Morgan Freeman is Ghost, that they didn't just have Morgan Freeman take the Lego model of his character to the main character and just pantomime moving it around himself. Like, it speaks so much to that, like, kind of youthful joy of that kind of amateur level of creation, you know? That's why I commend the Lego movie for that. There's so much of it in there of how do you master an otherwise what's considered a juvenile practice. And that's what makes that movie great is you can. It's perfect that Lego did that cuz that's like Lego's whole brand, right? Is the concept of juvenile creativity and how it's, you know, a good thing. It's a good thing. You got to start creating somewhere. And Lego is absolutely an in for a lot of people. It was an in for me. Exactly. I am Steve. Blocks, blocks, blocks. So yeah, like that's why I'm like I think Lego is the exception. Is the exception to that kind of thing because Lego was very much the Lego movie was very much a labor of love with an understanding of, you know, what makes Lego special, what makes Lego animation special, and I don't know, I'm not familiar with Minecraft like that. So if the Minecraft movie can pull that off, sure, but I don't know what Minecraft does that would be to that level. I'm not familiar with it. So it doesn't interest me. I'm not the target demographic. I played Minecraft. I played a lot of Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft in a very long time, so I don't know what's cool about Minecraft. Not that there's nothing cool about Minecraft, I just don't know it. I'm not familiar. I don't know what I'd want to see in a movie about Minecraft because again, much like the Lego movie, the best I could see it would be something similar to that where it would be about exploring creativity and that's what it should be, but how do you put that into a movie about Minecraft compared to Lego? That's pretty hard for me. That's pretty hard for me to conceptualize cuz ironically, Lego has a little bit of an advantage there with things like stop motion. There's a lot more. There's a lot more avenues to explore the concept of creativity through Lego than in Minecraft. I think in some ways. In some ways, it's not impossible though, because the thing that think is appealing that I've always heard is a compliment to Minecraft is it's very similar to Legos. It is. It's very much an infinity space of creativity, even with creative or even with survival mode. So like it's not that you can't make a movie about themes of creativity based on Minecraft. I think they could. I just don't know how they would because I don't know where you would focus your creativity on that personally. I'm just not familiar. Kind of screw fucked myself here. Just talking too much. Oh no, I have to go fast. And my freaking pen. God, it is too soon for my screen repair. It's too soon for my screen repair. I need it so bad. No. Hey, Chaos. You never played Minecraft, and you don't understand what Minecraft players expect from that movie. Exactly. Same. Same. Green stick figure uploaded an hour ago. I don't know what green stick figure is. Welcome, Chaos. The computer's still having some problems, but I'm just gonna have to muddle through it. I mean, I might just have to download the graphics drivers for my Wacom tablet and just say, fuck it. It would be better than getting frustrated at my computer for being broken. And I can't be mad. I can't be mad when my favorite jam is playing. I can't be mad with Sea Slug on. It's impossible. I just... And I've pretty much determined that it is the screen. I don't think there's any other explanation for why. I think at this point there's no meaningful explanation for why it's not working. It's not the Bluetooth. I don't think it's the pen. I think it has to be. I think it has to be the screen. And I mean, literally the screen is coming apart at the seams. So I think it's the screen. I think it's the screen. One of these days I will have a fully functional setup, but still not today. That's also fair. I mean, that's the problem, right? It's like the thing that so I mean, I'm sure Lego got a lot of criticism too, but I was excited for it, honestly. I remembered well, actually no. I don't know if I was. I remembered it getting a bunch of criticism, right? Like people didn't know what to expect out of a Lego movie. It's like Lego, how do you make an entire movie out of Lego? And the answer is you actually make a movie that is loosely just kind of The Princess Bride. That's what it is. It's The Princess Bride. It's a story about, you know, exploring imagination and stuff like that. You know, that's a good way to do that. You could do that in Minecraft, but the problem is you'd really have to have a really good you'd have to have a really good mindset of people who would be able to be like, oh, this is what creativity and like makes Minecraft creativity special, you know? Like because the thing that made the Lego movie work is the fact that, you know, all the in-jokes are like all related to or centered around, and a lot of the theming is centered around like the kind of push and pull between a more youthful imagination and a more whilst being distilled by, you know, adult interest. Like everybody of every age type likes Lego, and it's like Minecraft is like kind of the same but not the same, right? Like everyone of every age likes Minecraft. There are older and younger people who like Minecraft. But someone made a bingo sheet. Yeah. If Markiplier, well, Markiplier isn't a Minecraft boy, is he? I actually don't know if he is. Because that again, like, they could go like they could very well go like a reboot kind of direction. Be like, oh, it's like inside your computer. Like they could do stuff like that. And if it was more like a reboot the movie, that'd be funny. I don't know if this is what you had in mind, Creeper, but it is what I'm gonna have to do because of some limitations. I'm gonna have to phone it in a little bit today. Sorry, Creeper. My stuff is just not working, and and I literally have to just be like, it's gonna suck. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna come out how I want it to. But we can at least have fun with it and do our best. My pen is just not cooperating right now. Here, we'll try this, but there's no guarantee that it'll fix the problem. There's always like a chance that this will work, but not usually. Oh yeah. Couldn't even get it to connect the other day anyways. Sonic looks ugly, redo that to Minecraft, but the problem is that's not clear, yeah. That's not clear, and also it's just like, sure, it looks ugly, but people are probably just gonna be like, yeah, it looks ugly, what did you fucking expect? It's not what... You don't live action that. Or not easily you don't live action it. Like, what were they expecting? How do you make that not look like complete trash? What benefit to live action is there for the Minecraft movie? There doesn't seem to be one. It's just weird. Just weird. Also, man. My pen is really being obnoxious right now. Hey, at least I'm trying to get it fixed. Like I said, I really hope, you know, if I can get those parts in and get them to fix my computer, hopefully that'll make a big difference. I hope it does. I really do. That's it. I don't know if this is exactly what you imagined, because it's not exactly what I imagined either. I'm just working with what will take the least amount of time at this point, since I constantly have to fight my pen to even get it to do what I want it to at the moment. So I can't really draw exactly what I want right now, which is another frustration of my pen not working. Is it's like I can't even draw what I want to, because drawing what I want to means sometimes my pen just says, but I don't want to. And I'm like, I don't care that you don't want to, pen. I want you to. We'll do that. So yeah, that's whole my stock on the Minecraft movie is I don't have any interest in it. I don't think it's gonna be. Cinema is in a weird spot right now. Cinema is in a very weird spot in that it's not that like there's bad movies coming out. No, there's still good movies coming out. It's just popular movies are weird. Everything that's popular for like the last decade or two has always been like, this is what's popular? Why? You know, no hate to anybody who likes that stuff. It's just not the kind of thing. The things that are popular are things that I just don't really care about and I'm not really interested in. It's not what I like. It's not what I like, and that's fine. It's fine that the things that are popular are not things that I necessarily like. That's totally okay. But it's not felt like it's felt like that's been like kind of the norm, right? Like a lot of people haven't been into for what is quote unquote popular. A lot of people have been like, this is what's popular. I don't know. I feel like there is a bit of a culture clash going on of like popular. A lot of people, a lot of things are being pitched to us as popular, and a lot of us are like, this is not what we want. This is not what we want. Why is the money getting put into this? Who wanted this? Who wanted this? Why are you putting the money into this? Which I think is more of the thing that I've noticed is like, there's that feeling of, you know, a lot of stuff is being made all the time, and a lot of it feels like garbage. But I think sometimes you also have to remember that, you know, every era has its large amounts of garbage. We'll just put it that way. Every era of media, every era has media that's garbage that's considered popular. Which is fine too. Like, that's normal, arguably. There's no golden age of media where media was perfect. That's my hot take for the day. Want to see. You know, I'm gonna have fun with this. Fuck it. Because I also think that I messed up a lot of the timing on this, so it's not gonna really make sense, but that's fine. I think I was put under a lot of pressure from my computer kind of being a bit of a shit, so. This is what happens when I get too cold, actually. This is exactly what happens when I get too cold, actually. Yes. So the thing is, Chaos, and this is what I was saying about my pen, is my pen, unfortunately, the screen is just busted. A long, long time ago, I lost touchscreen capability with my hand. Like, I can tap the screen and nothing happens, but for a while, my pen was fine. But as of lately, like in the last month, the pen has been having problems now, too. Like really bad, consistent, noticeable problems. And I am hopefully going to take it in and get it fixed. Because, as you can tell, this is the thing, is like, as you can tell, it's very frustrating. It makes my life hard. So, hopefully I can get it resolved. Because, yeah, it should just work, but it don't. It don't. So I kind of have to just suffer through it until I can get it resolved. Damn it. And I mean, the touchscreen is definitively broken, and if this doesn't fix it, then I'll know it's the pen certainly, and it'll mean my touchscreen is working again. So either way, it's like the kind of thing that it's like, even if it doesn't fix the problem, they're just definitive problems. Like, it's broken, it needs to be fixed, it needs to be serviced. It's not like I'm like, oh no, my broken screen didn't fix the very minute problem I had, but fixed all the other problems I had. As long as it fixes something, it needs to be done. That's my mindset, is I try to, you know, hope for the best, expect the worst. I don't know if it's going to fix the problem, but I hope it does. Wow, it really, I had an idea, and now my screen won't cooperate with me to... I'm not even going to get to fill this. Yay! So bad, man. And I know it's definitively something between the screen and the pen. Doesn't affect the mouse, and I did plug in a drawing tablet. Doesn't have the same problem. Guys, are we gonna go on an adventure? You gonna watch me download my Wacom, my Wacom, my Wacom drivers, so that way I at least have a functioning thing? We might do that, guys. We'll see. But then again, I should just use my PC for that then, but... But this is me right now trying to get my mouse to work. This is me trying to get my mouse to work. Whoops. Whoops. The concerned look is pretty good, though. I like that. Alright, since I have to take a break anyways, guys, you're welcome to join. You're welcome to join and queue up, as always. I'm just gonna take a minute. And here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna download. I'm gonna download the drivers. Just need to remember. Package this thing. This is old, by the way. This is a CTL 470. Hey, you, stop that. I'm gonna hurt my hand, I guess. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Guys, we're going on an adventure. Guys, you're gonna join me for an adventure. I'm gonna put this in. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. Even if I show it, it's not gonna show anything sensitive, I don't think. Okay, good. Yeah. Guys, come with me. We're going to fix my computer. Well, we're not fixing my computer. We're putting a band-aid on my computer is what we're really doing. No, go away. CTL 470. Welcome to the wonders of what the Mac drivers. Turn download. This will take a minute anyway, so perfect. Oh god, I gotta reboot the computer? You kidding me? Ah, jeez. Well, here's what we're gonna do then, I guess. I was trying to avoid that. So that way I wouldn't have to make more work for me, but here we are, folks. Here we are, folks. That might not be the case. Oh, there it goes. Ooh-doo. Ooh-doo. I always gotta restart your computer. Darn. I was really hoping I didn't have to restart my computer. That's what I was hoping. Gosh. Accept. Well, if I have to restart my computer, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try one more, and if my pen is still fucking up, I'll just restart my computer. The good news is, I have this set up where, I'm just restarting my laptop. Okay, we're gonna restart later. We're gonna try that. Because the reason why I'm like, ugh. And the irony here is I have to use 2 pens. I have to use, essentially, 2 pens. I have to use 2 pens to finish a drawing. So anytime that one pen isn't working, I'll switch over to the other pen. But for now, let's see how it's going without the restart. This is a chance that really all I needed to do is to center box it. This is a really stupid thing I'm doing, but this is how I live my life. This is how I live my life. At odds with technology, but by damn am I gonna get it to work. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. This is a backup. This is a backup if the other pen doesn't work, because now I can do this. Yeah, I could still use this pen, and then we can determine here, just as a test. We'll do this one just with the Wacom tablet. All right. So yeah. Wait, Velma Season 2 got announced? Why? Once again, who asked for this? Going to be eating a turnip. See, like, noticeably, this is where it's like, okay, testing-wise, why I'm like, okay, yeah, it can't be my, you know, it can't be the pen, or it can't be the computer, because if it was the computer, then I'd be suffering the same thing here. But I guarantee you, like, this is now the other pen. If I start yep, I'm having issues again. Now if I do this, it's fine. Whatever. This is called me giving up. This is called me giving up. This is what it looks like. But I will say I do prefer the other one. It's much more comfortable. Oh my god. The pen on the screen is objectively better. Like for me, precision-wise, comfort-wise, it is better. So I do think that getting my screen fixed is the right call here. But man, as you can tell, it's very frustrating that it's just not working. This is how I live my life. In pain. See, people used to criticize me for living my life like this. They were like, you don't have to have it the hard way. And I'm like, I don't know, buds. It just kind of is that way sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. I've learned to embrace the suffering. I don't know what to tell you. But I am trying to get it fixed, at least. So there is that. And this is still better than nothing. So boy, I don't know what it is specifically about this drawing pad, but it like digs into my hand. Like my right half of my hand, something about the ergonomics is not good. It eventually just starts hurting me. But it is working better. It is working better. So I'm gonna do this. And I didn't need to restart my computer, those liars. I didn't need to restart my computer, those liars. What's funny is all I really needed to do is because without the drivers, for whatever reason, it treats it like it's a laptop touch pad, like mouse pad. So it doesn't bound the pen, which was causing me a lot of arm cramp pain. Something about that was very unnatural to my hand. But now now I just treat it like an etching tool. I just treat it like I'm etching now. There, I can color, guys. I can color, guys. No. Oh, I see what happened. It's a radish. I mean, a turnip. It's supposed to be a turnip. It's a turnip, guys. Not an onion, it's a turnip. Yeah, this is working better. It also just goes to show, don't throw your shit away, guys. Don't throw shit away. Sometimes you don't know, you might need. I have bitten into a raw turnip and liked it, so Turnip Boy commits to tax evasion. No! I also definitely feel like I can draw faster with the pen. Not that much faster. You know, I haven't gotten in contact. I just had this thought, and part of me is like so morbidly curious, and I don't think it'd be like a negative experience. It's more like the morbid curiosity of, I wonder how many teachers I grew up with, where if I told them today, I'm like, I'm doing animation online, I wonder how many of them be like, that's not surprising, Isaac. And I would take that as a compliment. I totally would. Hey, Saitama. Hey! You finally joined for one of my creative art streams. I'm having technical issues up the bum bum, but at least I'm making it work. How's it going, man? I just have to get, part of it is I have some of the muscle memory from using this from a long time ago, but I've gotten so much more comfortable with the pen that I'm just like, man, I don't want to use this thing. It hurts my hand. It hurts my hand. I'm doing well, though. Hopefully getting my internet looked at. Somebody came, I already said this earlier, but somebody came into the to check my internet, and I have had hardware issues. I won't deny them that. I have had hardware issues, but they did leave at first being like, it might be your computer, and I'm like, God damn it. And then I got a call up a little bit later, and they were like, well, actually, we did see a little bit. And I was like, yes, yes, it's not just me. Fuck. It's good when that happens. I mean, it's not good, but you know what I mean. It is good. Good in this case, because it means that I'm not going crazy like I thought I was. See if I can get this to work for 2 seconds, please. Please. God damn it. This is a very stupid thing that I'm doing. Essentially, the goal right now is that I just switch pens whenever whenever the main pen is being fussy. I just switch pens when the pen is being fussy. That's what I'm doing now. Which is stupid. It's so dumb. That's such a dumb way to work, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Type exclamation point server to join. Should be in the title. Yeah. How is this any different than working as artist with painting? You have multiple brush. I put brush in mouth. Yes, this is what makes me real an artist. Yes. Oh shit. Immediately makes a mistake. I'm double fisting pens. Ooh, that's how you know I'm real. Oh, this would be stupid. Oh, this would be dumb. No, left hand is bad pen, right hand is good pen. Well, contextual. But they're both bad for different reasons. Now, I always like to imagine for me, for my character head, is that anytime I move, like say if I open my mouth or something, my head has to morph to accommodate for the changes that I do to my head. This is how I eat all food. Nothing else changes. This still stays the same. This still stays the same. See, this just goes to show more than anything else my ability to adapt to an awful situation and not just... Because I know a lot of people shut down. I know a lot of people shut down when they run into technical issues. They stop working. They're just like, I can't work until the technical issue is resolved. Like, totally fair and valid. But I am very much a fighter when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm just like, okay, guess I just gotta figure out how to work through that until it's fixed, I guess. I very much am the kind of person who, even if something is fundamentally broken, I will make it work until I can get to a point that it can get fixed and resolved. But I will still make it work. That is something I'm very good at. Is making broken things work. I'm very proud of that. It's a talent of mine, because God knows working with broken things is something that I have gotten used to with my... I will just accept that almost at some point, even if I fix it, it will eventually break, and I will just have to overcome that. That's just something that I do. At least now it seems to be cooperating, which is nice. And Creeper, I feel like your recommendation got muddled due to technical issues, so I'll give it another shot in a little bit. I promise. We'll do that. I'll take another shot at the Shattering, because I was not happy with the result of that one. It was okay, but it definitely could have come out better. I'm sure you're okay with it, but I'm not okay with it. I have standards now. Believe it or not, I have standards now. I know it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but they are there. A little bit darker. Dark. It's too dark. Give me my turnip. I need it. I need my turnip for my bones. Need my turnip for my bones. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know who. Warner Brothers, you got my respect, but sometimes, what are you thinking, buddies? What's going through that head of yours? What's going through there? Nothing? Dust? My brain is full of dust, and I think I've got at least some ideas that might be better than the Minecraft movie, but that's just me. It's just me, the special boy. Don't worry about... This is what my face does sometimes, okay? My face just does this sometimes. God, I love this mix. It's so good. It's a turnip. It's actually a turnip. It's supposed to be a turnip. Because I'm obsessed with turnips right now. Though, I think I got a bad turnip recently. It was sprouting, and I think usually anytime vegetables are silly, I think I made this joke the other day, vegetables are silly to me, and that they're like, fruits and vegetables are great and wonderful, and, you know, are here to feed us until they want to kill you. Until they suddenly sprout and want to murder you. They're like, I chose life, you didn't eat me fast enough. You're like, ugh. Yeah, I talked about that last night because I joked about how the potato is actually a derivative of the nightshade. It's technically a poisonous. It comes from a poisonous plant, which is wild to me. I mean, I believe it. Understanding how stuff like that works, like I'm not surprised. I'm just wow. Nature, you fucked up sometime, bud. It's just got a little bit of green coming out of the bottom of it. I thought it'd be fine. I don't know. It could have been. There's a lot, man. There was a lot about my meal on Wednesday that I was like, oh man, something is wrong. Something went wrong, man. And I kind of, I'm a pretty, I would say I'm a competent cook. I am not David. David is my cook friend. He is he's actually a professional cook. Um, and he's the person that I worked with when I was working at a restaurant very, very briefly. Um, but like I would say I'm still like a competent cook. I'm like I like many things I'm above average at cooking. And but sometimes sometimes like Wednesday, you just have those days where the food don't work. The food did not work. It was not great. And I apologized to my roommate. I was like, don't eat the vegetables. Something happened to them and I don't know. And I consider myself to have a pretty strong stomach. Like I will eat a lot of things I probably shouldn't, though in recent years I've become a little bit less tolerant of that, and I just was like, I can't eat these. They came out bad. They came out bad. The food was not in fact fooding. I was like, oh no. I was a bit embarrassed because I again I'm like I'm a pretty confident cook. I'm a pretty confident cook. Like I'm like not super intimidated with trying different things and trying new things and getting them to work. And I certainly am like, it wasn't because I don't like turnips. I've cooked turnips a lot, like a lot recently. So I'm like, it wasn't because it was a turnip. It was because something went wrong with my turnips. Uh-oh, I'm about out of time. I'm not gonna have enough time. Oh, this one ain't gonna be purple. Yep, that one ain't gonna be purple. You may welcome a store. Welcome, Master. Exclamation point server to join. Here's what we're gonna do. My special boy face. I just like turnips. I just like turnips. What the heck? It should have worked. Server. Try it again. That's odd. Huh. Why didn't that pop up? It definitely is exclamation point server. It's always been exclamation point server. Technical issues ahoy! Yay! Life for me. This is normal life for me. Nothing works around here. Ah! Try it again. That's odd. Server. Why are you popping up? Nightbot. Nightbot, what are you doing? Here, I'll just post the link. Nightbot decided to go take a break, I guess. There you go. That's what should pop up in a little blurb, but yeah, there you go. That was weird. I don't know why Nightbot decided to just crap itself. That's a new one. Add it to the list. Add it to the list of shit that ain't gonna work for me. Oh well. Get used. I highly appreciate everyone who's joined in the community that has been growing for your patience with my cursed ass when it comes to everything. I do appreciate it. Really though. I'm glad that people have also been, you know, interested in joining me for growing my animation and stuff, and I definitely want to do more with it. I'm like learning a lot, like a ton, I feel like. And my animations have been getting a lot better. I need to really sit down though. I haven't had a chance to sit down and work on my kind of animation portfolio. I was doing that a little while ago, and then I've been like so inundated with everything breaking that it's kind of like hampered my it's hampered my motivation a little bit. I don't know why. Just like I don't want to do anything. Nothing works. It's hard to want to do something when things just keep breaking. Is it still not working? It's so weird. It worked earlier. You even popped it up. I remembered you popping it up earlier. Nightbot, what happened? Yeah, it did pop up earlier. Not Nightbot, what happened to you, buddy? Nightbot is kill. Nightbot is just kill. Whatever. Ain't that just the way? Ain't that just the way? Who knows? I don't know. Not me's. I don't knows. Yeah, it's very odd. It worked exactly once, and now it ain't gonna work. I like the thing I've done here. You good? I won't start until everybody's ready anyways. I usually put a little bit of a break between sessions, so Gives me time to pour coffee, maybe eat a snack, drink some water, give people time to join or leave or whatever they're gonna do. No biggie. This is what I look like when I eat all kinds of food, actually, not just turnips. This is how this is the face I make when I enjoy food. This is how you know I enjoy the cooking. You know how you have, food wars and stuff where they all get horny for it? This is me. This is the face I make. This is my face of pleasure. About the only thing I need to get better at is making those lines way more consistent. Like, adding a little bit of shakiness is fine. I like adding a little bit of the shakiness, but I know on the flip side it makes for truly still images to look a little bit more warpy than they intend to. It's something I'm trying to overcome still in my practice. At least the pen is working. Maybe it was just like, fine, I didn't mean it. I take it back. The pen apologized. My pen apologized, and I'll take it. All right. Oh, yeah. Confirm. I see Chaos, Saitama, and Aster. Are you Sawar? You know what? Just based on that name, sorry, that buddy don't get to stay. That guy don't get to stay. That guy don't get to stay. Oh, it is you? Uh, your name make me nervous. Your name make me nervous. Just be chill, that's all. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Wonderful. Fantastic. Fantastic. Bunch. Just wanted to eat the turnip. I just wished to eat the turnip. There we go. I don't know, man. Ah. I mean, you're welcome to join, just as I tell everyone, everyone's welcome to join. The only rules we have here are have fun. If you don't know what to draw something cute or silly. No bummers and nothing to get the stream taken down, so. Don't worry, I'll know. That's all. Be honest, I'll know. And that's not to say that we only do like that you can do I mean, yeah, you've heard me swear, like, well, I could be a goof ass and be like somewhat raunchy, but just nothing that actually is like super. I just I've already had not it's not common. So I'm always just a little bit on edge. I'm always just a little bit on edge. But, you know, yeah. It's hard not to see a name like that and be like, are you gonna be one of those kind of That's all. So, because yeah, I'm here to practice animation, have a fun time, and involve people who want to do that. So, we'll take a minute. Say Thomas said he would be right back. I hope you'll be back soon. Be back soon, Saitama. As soon as they're back, we'll probably go. Unfortunately, Asterlex, and this is also something is we're practicing animation here, so that's the other thing is I'm using Gartic phone to practice animation with people, for people who are interested in doing it. So yeah. There we go. Because right now, aside from the computer problems, honestly, I'm in a really interesting spot when it comes to like animation and stuff. I really am. Like I find that I'm actually able to practice it and grow it for the first time in my life, which is really cool. And I feel like I'm going somewhere with it. Like I'm having a fun time being able to make animations. I'm having a fun time being able to involve people, and I want to provide this as a space for people who are interested in practicing animation. That's really what it is. That's why it's like I know a lot of people come in, they want to play Gartic Phone. That's fine. This is not so much a place about just getting to play Gartic Phone as it is to invite people to join me for animation. Because that's what I want out of it. That's what I enjoy about Gartic Phone is sometimes we get some really fun like things made, and regardless of anyone's skill level, how people are, you know, like it's just fun to be able to practice on different styles and different skill levels and everything. So Masterpiece is full of photocopy arts nowadays. I don't even know how that works. How do you just copy and paste a masterpiece? That's the thing, is like I also like the timer, so hey, and there's nothing wrong with drawing with a reference though. Actually, I highly recommend it. I used to be that way too. I used to grow up and be like, I don't need a reference to draw, and then for years I wouldn't draw without a reference. And then I started drawing with a reference, and I will admit, if you want to learn how to do a shape, you got to use a reference on some level for practice. At least practice with a reference. And there's nothing wrong with having a reference. Having a reference can be a good thing. Hey, and thanks for following, Aster. Like, utilizing a reference can be good. It can be good. But also, you're right. You don't want to just be drawing from references for everything. A lot of the stuff I've drawn today hasn't been with a reference. I don't always use a reference. Sometimes I don't use a reference because I'm too lazy to look one up. But if you see somebody like an art style that you really like, definitely reference it. Definitely use it as a reference because you will learn more that way. You will learn. So yeah. Delicious pepper. Delicious pepper. I feel bad. A part of me is like, yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Saitama said he had to step away for a moment, and I'll give him like another minute, and I'll just, if he comes back, he's like, what happened? I'll be like, we had to go, but you'll be definitely be on the next one. We just can't wait for someone forever. So he just said he had to step away, so we're waiting for somebody to come back, but If they don't come back soon, I'll have to be like, you sorry, buddy. Also, hello, Nox. I will say, Nox, say something in chat, say hi. The only other thing about people joining is I want you to be involved with chat in some way. So if you want to be able to play, you got to involve yourself with chat a little bit. If not, I can't guarantee your stay. Oh, he left. Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. Also, we'll be starting here in a minute then. It seems like Saitama might have had some issues or he might have timed out. So we'll go ahead and start here in a minute. And again, for all the new people here, like, we can have a fun time and just chill and vibe. As always, if you don't know what to do, have fun. Draw something silly or cute. Oh, this is normal. This is normal with 6 frame. So we're doing normal frame by frame. So if you don't know what to do something cute or silly. No bummers. And nothing that'll get the stream taken down. That's all I ask. And this is animation. This is just animation. We'll do this. I'm gonna draw a generic guy. I'm gonna draw one of my generic guys. This ain't gonna be me. I'm glad my pen calmed down a little bit. That's nice. Legs. I don't know whatever determines when I give a character legs or not anymore. It's just what I'm feeling. I thought about making this guy one of my little peg heads, but I'm gonna give this guy legs. Why not? But this is group animation, so everybody draws one frame of the animation and then passes it over. He's just a little guy. And I mean, like, I'm essentially just working on an animation library at this point, of all the different things that I can do and have made moving forward, especially with that one character that I'm working on. You're lagging? No! Fight your ISP. Go fight the jammer. The jam... Man, I swear to hell. I don't know. I swear to hell, I don't know what the hell... How my environment can have that much of a detriment on my internet connection to no fault or, like, setup of my own, and I'm just like, how... Can you just be like, yep, there's noise in your network and it's causing a problem? It's like, how? How does that even work? How could the internet just not work? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, plenty of reasons. I'm not saying there aren't reasons. It's just fix your internet then. If I've done everything I could think of to fix the internet, fix the damn internet. No. Well, go eat lunch. Thanks for stopping by, Aster. And it'll be fine. It'll just make a blank screen if you gotta go. Such is life. Such is life. C'est la vie. C'est la vix. Man, I've already said a lot of good stream titles, and I can't remember any of them. I should have made a note as soon as I said them. Adventures Adventures of technical issues. Adventures of diagnosis. No, that might get me in trouble. I can't use sexy little Roomba. I already said that. Hey, Brute. Welcome. How's it going? Hey, I think I hurt my pet's feelings. It was like, fine, you want me to work? I'll work. You don't have to replace me. Yeah, that's right, you needy, needy shit. I mean, I'm glad it's working now, so it's just silly. Why are you working now? Is it because I tried to replace you with a different pen tablet? Is that why? Can't believe it had such a fragile personality. No, no, I'll work better. I'll work better. You don't have to pull out the old Wacom tablet. Oh? Okay, what's up? There we go. Run, Mr. Birdie, run! Oh, nice. That's cool. That's fun. I like stuff like that. Just gonna do. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. In fact, I'm gonna also add some of this. There we go. Add some tapers. Do that. Nice. I hope he answers some of your questions. It's always fun when something can do something like that, so yeah. There we go. Just adding details now because I'm like I don't have any I don't have anything to add to this. There we go. Do that. Maybe a little bit of soaring. Maybe a little bit of soaring. Taper it a little if I can. That's dope. I mean, I always liked when stuff like that, when, you know, I feel like there was like Cartoon Network stuff that would do stuff like that. I always liked stuff like that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. You guys kind of gave me a little bit of a challenge here because I'm like, how do I color that? How do I even color that? Oh, you're good, Saitama. It worked out anyways because he ended up disconnecting, so we just went and launched because I was worried. If anything, I was worried. I was like, I don't want him to be like, oh, he kicked me. It's like I just didn't know how to wait much longer, but it ended up disconnecting you. So you're welcome to re-queue up. I'm sorry that it took long. So like genuinely, like I was like, well, I gotta do something. Well, I gotta do something. That's just straight up not a color. I'm glad you're able to make it back. Really, with this piece, I'm just gonna focus on trying to make something that I'm gonna make work on the impact frame as much as possible. Because this is a bit of a this is a tough one for me, I'll be honest. I'm not even sure how it was fully created, so I'm like, ooh. So I'm just gonna do what I think will work. Which is kind of the fun of Gartic Phone, is sometimes you just kind of got to do what you think will work and not worry about making it correct. Which ultimately is what a lot of art is just trying to make something that works, not something that's correct. Yeah, here, let me post this. Apparently it's just broken. It's apparently just broken, man. I will post you a link in a moment. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Nightbot right now. Nightbot just on some shit, man. It's just not wanting to do its shit. It's just not wanting to do its shit. I don't know why. Real annoying. I don't know why he's being fussy right now. I don't know what his deal is, bud. Bud, why aren't you working? I need you to work. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'll post the link. Not me. Hey me. I hate coloring. Well, I don't hate coloring. I hate coloring in Gartic phone. I'll put it that way. All right. Well, that's going. There you go. Here you go. Three. At least the ink dropper does work. At least the ink dropper does work to preserve some stuff. Take it easy, Brute. Thanks for stopping by. You're welcome. And you're welcome, Saitama. Alright. Making me have to paint this. You jerks. No, that's fine. This is also the other thing, is like, it's like, man, you're making me have to work for this, huh? And then on the flip side, I'm like, this is still good, because being able to do this is important if you're gonna do animation. Have a good night. Get some rest. I mean, I do love this art style, actually. It's very silly. I know there's a couple of mods where you can get more colors. So I have a feeling that, because I'm noticing, like, it doesn't show all of the colors that are being used, which is interesting. Oh, it only shows 6 of them. That might also be what it is. As I have no idea. Yeah, this looks very silly. Oops, I made it the wrong color. Or, no, I made it the right color. Haha. That Do that. Do that. Color this in. Gonna work, I swear. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna... Whew. Don't remember where I saw these, but I'm just putting a little bit of a backlight because I remembered seeing one. There we go. Oh, I forgot the dots. Well, shit. And I forgot the water. Oh, fuck. I was so focused on everything else. I'm timing-wise, I'm not on my shit today. But oh well. Hi, Pillow. Oh, hi. Welcome, welcome. You're welcome to join, though there is a chance... is what I gotta do. That I'll have to post. If you type !server, give it a shot. But I might have to post the link myself because it is being weird right now. That. Pretty big ball. No point in making something small sometimes. Think. Ooh. I like this shifted stance I was able to get out of this character. Put a little rotation on his head. Put a little rotation on his head. Gotta put something that makes sense to me. Sometimes you just gotta do what makes sense to you. I don't know how else to do that. I don't know how else to do that. There we go. There we go. This is my favorite thing to do, is this kind of stuff. I love putting that kind of motion on things. Got plenty of time. Hallelujah, my pen is working again for seemingly no reason. I'll take it. Works, it works. I mean, I need that, like I said, I need that screen repair no matter what. I'm gonna do it to ensure that, you know, get my frickin' shit fixed. That'll be nice. Be nice to have things that work again. If but for a very slight moment to have things that just work again. That would be nice. Yes! See? Remember, guys, no bummers, but I'm still willing to do intense or crazy shit. I love doing stuff like this. Oh, Mr. Bird did not make it. Mr. Bird did not, in fact, make it. Yeah, I'm still playing music. There we go. Good job, everyone. I'm starting to get warmed up now. It's been a heck of a day. And like I said, if you... unfortunately, you know, again, I'm not going to have as much time today to do animation as I would like. Though it seems like that's kind of been a thing the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's been going on, why it's been so bad for me to be able to get started on time or whatever, but hopefully that'll be getting better. And the good news is we should be doing something later, so don't worry, I'll make up for it by doing something else later. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good boy time, I think. It's going to be a good guy time. Except for all the things when we do things that really aren't probably going to make us good guys, but that's fine. That's part of the thing that we're doing. I'm super stoked for it. Appropriate that we're starting this around September, October. It's almost here. People People lose their gourds about Christmas, but I'm always just like, as soon as it's even September, I'm like, Halloween, 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 horror time. Yes. Yes. Get super hyped for October. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That came out good. Simple is, I always maintain, simple is best. Gotcha. Take it easy, Saitama. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good walk. Take it easy, man. Alright. Now I'm warmed up. Now I'm warmed up. Ooh. I think these are going to come out good. I think these are going to come out really good. Good job, everybody. I do like me a good baseball animation. I do. What's funny is I feel like it's such a, trope in anime, and I'm like, what? Why did it become such a trope in anime? But it is fun to animate a baseball. It's fun to animate a ball getting hit and caught. It's a fun animation to do. Yeah! We bunted it. But it worked. Good job, everybody. Yeah, it's gotta be twos. See, that's the wavelength for today, is we're doing better as a group than I am doing on solo, honestly. Good job! That looks awesome! I liked that. I want to see how big... I do want to see how Big Worm turns out. I do want to see how Big Worm turns out. I think this is going to turn out good. Oh, no! Oh, this poor bird. Munch. And this is where I feel like, you gave the kind of the guidance, and I'm like, wait a second, I know how to push that a little bit farther, and that's what I feel proud of. Is like, trust me, I know how to push something a little bit farther to make it just get that kind of little bit of chunk. So that came out good. It came out really good. I'm a dum-dum, by the way. I want to make sure. Sometimes I get paranoid. I'm just like, did I actually? Okay, I did. I'm just in one of those. I'm in one of those brain spaces where I'm like, I can't focus enough to know whether or not I actually did it. See, I think this will be fun, is because this is gonna have a lot of chance to exactly have a lot of action in it. I've gotten way more in the habit of making much faster animations, if that makes sense. Like animations that go really quick. Like that don't take too long to get to where they're going. Yeah. It came out good. I love explosions. I love explosions. They're so good. Oh no! Help, I lost my legs. Emmy, what are you doing in chat? Welcome. You're welcome to queue up and join. Just note, Say something in chat or follow or something. Show that you're engaged and involved in the community, and you're welcome to stay and join for some garlic. Eepy, eepity beepity bee. I forgot the water. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, this is gonna be great. I'm sorry, Nox. I forgot the water. That's you know what? I am gonna start treating this like, oh, it's totally made sense, man. If I would have kept the water, I think it would have been fine. My bad. But I love the shark. The shark coming on the screen is really good. We just gotta loop it backwards and forwards. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Oh. I kind of like it that way, actually. I hope you like my funny bit about the Miss Amy, the Miss Emmy. Get it? Cause you lost your legs, and Emmy don't got legs, and she lost her legs in a car accident or something. I haven't played her route. There is exactly only one character I care about in that game. I have not drawn them in a long time. You know what? I haven't drawn them in a long time. I'm gonna make everybody join me. Join me. I'm gonna draw something that I'm going to understand, and the rest of you are gonna be like, "What is this character?" If you don't know what I'm talking about, you all have to join me for it. Ha 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 ha! Because this is my animation. That's fine. My advice for animation is if you don't know what exactly to do, there are two things you could do. You could either try to make it a still, where you just draw over it again, or you can just make a slight change. Those are like some of the best go-to animated things. It's like if you don't know what direction something is going or whatever, just kind of redraw it. And actually, you would think, help, I lost my legs. I used to think that when I was trying to practice animation in Photoshop before I got into Gartic phoning. Gartic phone will teach you something really important. Redrawing frames is a fundamental to animation, actually. I have tried copying and pasting to try to make an animation go faster, and all it has made me do is waste time. At least for me. I cannot animate with a lasso tool. I have tried. And I've actually found that fundamentally, at least with the way my brain works, is my animation comes out better when you have to draw the frame. When you have to draw the frame, even if it's a tween, it comes out better if you draw it. And Garlic Phone is Garlic Phone. Garlic Phone. Gartic Phone is great practice for learning how to draw frame by frame animation. So, yeah. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be like, man, I got to draw it. That's actually the good part. It will teach you. It will teach you better. It'll teach you the confidence to have to redraw those frames. And I've now taken that from Gartic Phone and put it into Adobe Animate and have made actual animations for once in my life. I made actual animations, and now the goal is to kind of pull that back and learn how to utilize the animations as an asset and not have to draw every single frame. Because that's where I'm getting at in my animation right now, is I'm trying to learn how to get the most out of my animation without having to do too much redrawing. But you should never be afraid to have to draw a frame. You will drawing the frame will make a better product. Like, actually. So, welcome. I do animation here. I'm studying I'm practicing animation, this is studying animation. We're studying animation here. So if you have an interest in practicing animation, yeah. I mean, could be both. It just takes practice. I have a shitty PC too, so don't worry. We're all in this together. I literally have a drawing tablet and a pen in a touchscreen pen tablet hooked up to one computer because one of these is gonna work no matter what. Trust me, you're in good company. My shit is so busted that I have to make it work. But it's part of the fun here. I always put a little bit of a break in between each round anyways, so that way if people want to join, they can have a chance to join. If they want to drop out, they have a chance to drop out. So we'll start here in a minute. And also we're just a bit of a vibe. We just kind of vibe and talk and whatever, so. And again, I unfortunately had to start late today, but and I'm instead of going later, but that's not too much of an issue because we might have a second stream later, and I think everyone should join. That's all I'm gonna. definitely join for the stream later if we have it, because it's something special that I am enjoying. And hey, thanks for following. It's something that we were able to do a stream of it once, and I'm excited for every time we can do the stream. I don't expect it to happen every week, but when we can, I'm excited. So on that note, honestly, I'm gonna let it hit 2 o'clock my time, and then or 1 o'clock my time, and then we'll go. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Kansas. I got my coffee. Here, let me pour my coffee. There we go. Poured my coffee, take a sip, and then we'll get started. And the way this works is I have it set up to be 6 turns, so that means that it'll be a 6-frame animation. We'll go... It's still classic group animation, so you'll get the frame of somebody else last, and usually what it ends up being now is, since there's 3 of us, we'll each get 2 passes at each of our animations, which is fun. I like that. It's how I like to do. It's how I like to do. Until we get over 6 people. If we have over 6 players, then I'll do as many frames as there are people. Which happens sometimes. You know what? I'm gonna do character design that I actually really enjoyed drawing, honestly. I'm glad that this character design was shown to me. Oh wait, no. I said I was gonna do a different character design. Don't hurt her. She's my favorite character of all time. Be nice to my favorite character of all time, please. She genuinely is like one of my tops. She is one of my favorite characters ever. Which says a lot probably about me. Especially the way that I draw her, that I'm like literally just drawing her the same way that I draw me and all my other characters. She's an artist. She's my favorite artist character in any piece of media. She reminds me of me and my broken brain and some of the things that I struggled with when I was a kid. Eh. Eh. Now I'm just making fan art, but I haven't done very much fan art in a while. Oh no, the secret out. As though if I don't talk about it a little bit too much still, to my friends' detriment. Oh, not cheap. Listen, you're gonna get me. You're gonna try to pitch me best viewers. Then sure, but the cheap viewers? Why would I want the cheap viewers? I already have the best viewers, and they aren't cheap. You guys are the best. I appreciate you guys. What's the difference between this and my character? They're a girl and other reasons. We don't have to get into it. He is still an inspiration for me to this day. He really is. I hate a lot of the writing in that game, but mainly that's just because I hate the main character. He's my favorite character. There she is. Now animate this. Animate this. Literally a character who actively is looking at you like, what do you want me to do? I don't have arms. What do you expect me to do? I don't have arms. That's a good look. That's a good look. That's a good look. I like this look. There we go. There she is. She's so happy to be here. She's like, you drew me again. Why? Stop drawing me. Never. Never. This. I really want to just do this simple. I don't want to overthink it. Actually, boy. It's fine. Work with what you got. Really want this to go like this, but I don't think I can. Yes, 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 yes. I got it, I got it, I got it. I got it. Thank you for this challenge. This is the power of learning animation. That's what I want, is I want people to challenge me. I want people to join who are going to challenge me to try to push how I learn and do animation. And I appreciate challenges like this. I really genuinely do. That's why I always feel bad when people join. They're like, can we do this? Can we do a different one? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. It was... That's not to say that I can't get more out of Gartic Phone, and over time I might start switching it up, we'll see. Because I like being able to, no matter what, if I do decide to, it'll always be focused on a topic. But for now, I've really just wanted to focus on animation, because animation is something that I'm really trying to grow right now. But, like, I would be down to try different game modes, but still have that sense of, like, but it's for the challenge of it, not just to... It's something that I want to push myself on. So, and right now, animation is still the thing I want to push myself the most on at the moment. Gonna do A bunny leg there. Babbit. Get down, Babbit. Get down, Babbit. Look at that rabbit. Look at that rabbit. I love him. So yeah, and I do appreciate that people are joining. Like, I get every now and then somebody who joins and is like, can we do this? Can we do that? I'm like, sorry, bud. But for the most part, people have been good. You guys have been great. I'm glad you guys are down to do animation. That's all I ask. Is that we do? Yes, make Rin dance, please. Yes, make Rin dance. That would make me happy. Please make Rin dance. This would bring me joy. Walking animations is something I've been wanting to practice more, and I need to really sit down because I haven't quite gotten through it. For anyone, again, out there, I've been singing its praises, but if you are enjoying this and you want to learn more about animation, definitely check out Richard Williams' Survival Guide for Animation. Like, it will teach you a lot in a lot. It will teach you a lot in a lot. You know, like, I know a large portion of that book is actually is how to draw, believe it or not, how to draw walking. Like, if you want to learn how to do walking better, he has a lot of good advice on how to draw walking, because walking is, as animation goes, kind of like one of the main appeals, right? It's like the most common and universal form of motion that anyone can do is just walking. And yet it's in a lot of ways some of the hardest work you can do for a lot of different reasons. Because walking is complicated. Walking is complicated. Everybody does it a little bit differently. It can have personality, it can be bland, it can be interesting, it has complexity to it depending on how people move. Like, walking can be difficult. I like this little spider. I like this little spider guy. He's fun. You know, walking is hard. Walking is hard. Walking's hard in real life. Just try thinking about how many times you stumble just on accident. Like, walking is a complicated motion. Walking is not even easy in real life. Walking isn't easy. Walking is hard. Walking is hard. You know, just something like that. He walk. He walk. Funky. Yo. He walk funky, yo. Remember, he walk funky, yo. Whatever works will work. I usually don't do this, but I'm having fun doing the little side note drawing. I've never done... I'm not one to usually do this kind of stuff, but I think it's silly. It's silly. I know a lot of people will, like, get distracted with their drawing, and then they'll like, finish their piece, and then they'll just go ham on the note, and I'm at least trying to make that fun, so... Now remember, whoever gets that, the arms reverse. The arms reverse. Never forget that the arms reverse. Ooh, I know exactly what to do with this. Thank you so much for this. This makes me so happy, actually. You have no idea how happy this makes me. It fills me with joy. Brings me joy. That's the thing. This is why I like this character. I could see her doing this because she's a weirdo. She's a weirdo like me. Eh. Also that. Don't worry about don't worry about doing it right, just worry about doing something, I guess, if that makes sense. Literally, there's advice in Richard Williams' book about don't overthink it stupid, essentially. Like, just do what you think will work. And that's what matters. Because oftentimes, trying to do something like as a shortcut, trying to do what you think is going to save you time just will end up spending more time. When he said that, that was like so gratifying. I was like, oh my god. I knew it. Knew it. I freaking knew it. That's what I've been trying to do for years. People making me feel like I'm crazy for that. This is so pleasant. I love this. I forgot her tie. No! Darn. She doesn't get a tie in this picture. No tie. I knew I was forgetting something. Well, now you guys don't have to worry about animating a tie, so there you go. This makes me happy. This makes me so happy. I love this. I love this. I love doing these little smears too, but I love it like I love doing these like subtle smears where you like just taper lines. It's one of my favorite little details. There we go. So good. Thank you for making my favorite character do a fun little dance. This makes me happy. This makes me very happy. It brings me joy. And this is what I'm hoping I'm able to do for because like a couple people come in and are like, I don't know how to animate, I don't feel comfortable animating, and people have come in and I feel like I hope this gets you to want to try animation more. I hope it does. That's something else I want to try to provide with this is if it can get me into animation, I hope it gets somebody else into animation. Animation is hard. It's hard to get into, it's intimidating, and Gartic Phone does give you kind of an in. Ooh. Interesting. Guys, I usually don't do this, but something I don't know. I don't usually do this, but this feels like just like a good time to make a bit like that. I don't know why. But, 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 gotta get the butt, gotta get the butt. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's part of the fun. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's part of the fun. Sometimes it not making sense makes it work better. You'd be surprised how often that works. There we go. The little booty. Oh, we already got the best viewers. Man, the bots have been out in force, it feels like. I feel like there's been at least 3 bots every stream. It's insane. No, no, it ain't that much. But it's been at least 2 that have come in and been like, hey, buy viewers. I'm like, no, for you. I don't need to buy my viewers. My viewers are genuine. Best. Wouldn't want it any other way. Certainly not. Like, you guys are great. You guys are great. You've been great. I think this is just a fun one. I don't think there's anything else I want to do with this. And I think after this, we'll do solo animations, which means you'll get to draw your own animation frame by yourself, your own topic. So, and the reason why is twofold. One, I think my first one came out poopy because my pen was having problems. So I want to retry the idea that originally I wanted to do this morning. And I like being able to get solo animations anyways for my own use, so and purposes. It helps build my portfolio. Look, I'm a real animator. I have real animation work. I still need to make the still haven't posted this to ArtStation. I need to collect all of my animations from August because I've been doing that. Is I'll collect all of the animations for the month that I think are my best and then put them on my portfolio. I've been meaning to do that. Oopsie. Just as like samples, because you gotta have something. Like, you gotta have something. And I think I've really progressed like quite a bit in the last 3 or 4 months. Ooh. This? Get really wild with it. Do as we swing this out more. And one thing I actually kind of want to not do, and both the criticism, even though I like this game's animation, and a lot of modern animation is I do actually try not to go too overboard, I feel like. Like I try to exaggerate not sparingly, but just like not over exaggerate it, you know? Because I like over exaggeration, I like exaggeration, but I think there's something to be said about putting in too much squash, too much stretch. So I'm still trying to find the good sweet spot of like you have enough, but not too much. I'm still learning that. And I just like particle effects. So. Boop, 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 boop. Just really get in there. Just really be like, what are you doing, buddy? How did we get here? Put as much in. Put as much in there as I can. There we go. Yeah, that's great. That's perfect. And sometimes I just need to have someone else's ideas to bounce off of. Sometimes I don't know exactly what to do with stuff, and having this kind of inspiration can really help, and vice versa. You know, having somebody be able to give you something to work off of is good. You know? Can't know everything, and you can't know how to do everything. Sometimes having somebody to work off of is a good thing, regardless of anything. Get stuff like this, where it's just like, why not? Why not? It's fun. It's a fun frame. You're doing fine. It's okay. If something happened, we succeeded. Doesn't matter what. There's no right. If something happened, that's what matters. That's fun. Yeah. I think that worked. Yeah. She she boogie. She boogie. She rotate her arm kind of. Yeah. Just because Rin doesn't know how to dance doesn't mean she wouldn't dance. Good job. Yeah, that came out great. I'm curious how this one will come out too. Not having a clue is the first step to figuring out how to do something. Not knowing how to do something is the first step to knowing how to do something. Yeah, this'll work. Yeah, see? Awesome. I like I like the I like the way that he hit the ground. I like the way that the legs went up. That was really good. I like that the spider knocks him over. Ooh, I like the way that the web moves. It doesn't make sense, but it's kind of silly. Like, it looks like it moves in a way that it would move that way, but how it moves doesn't make sense, but it does move correctly. It moves fluidly. Yeah, that one was really good. Bunny. Yeah, I think this will come out good. I think this will come out good. But, but, what you can do with the butt? That's good. We get one frame of butt. Yeah! You did great. Y'all did great. I wasn't expecting the rabbit to just dig straight into the ground, and I love it. Yeah, those were awesome. Which came out good. Uh-oh. Oh no, I got them all. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. I do try to save them all. I will post them to the Discord after the stream, so if you guys want to see your work, that's where I'll post it. And then I also do something special with them, so turn everyone into a short little animated clip of as many of the pieces as I can get in. I don't guarantee they all get in, unfortunately. That's something I could be honest about. There's not a guarantee that they'll all get in, but I'll try to get as many as I can. So, yeah. See, animation is just about trying things. It's just about trying things and seeing what works. And sometimes when something doesn't work doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means you found something that didn't work. You gotta try something different, and that's fine. For me, animation and anything that I do, animation, art, video games, it's all about figuring out what doesn't work. Figuring out what doesn't work will get you to figure out what does work. And if you didn't do something wrong by finding something that doesn't work. It just means don't keep doing it. Don't keep doing something if you find that it doesn't work. And that's fine. That's fine. Richard Williams, and it is the Animator's Survival Kit. The Animator's Survival Kit. Highly recommend it. It's very, very good. Richard Williams was one of the animators he animated at Disney. He worked on things like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So like and he worked with like Chuck Green and stuff, and he has it's a very good book. It's just a very, very solid book. If you have an interest in animation, both technically and just philosophically, like it's just got like he's got a good, fun sense of tone and humor. Like he injects that a little bit into his writing. So it's not just a complete dry read. Like there's you get a lot of good perspective, like human perspective on how to make animation from it. I've mentioned it almost every single time I started doing animation because it's played an impact on my animation. So it's immediately given me way better a way better grasp on like certain things that I hadn't considered. And that's really what that book does well. It is a book that's just about here's what I got from my time for animation to impart the fundamentals that I learned so that way you don't have to suffer to find them. That's all it really is. He encourages trying different things, new things. Like he's very much almost like opposed to just like being like just do what works. Like he's like there are things that work and you should do them, but be willing to try different things. And he even recognizes in his writing that times are changing, like things that used to work are not always the way that they have to be because technology is changing, which is super cool to hear a writer talk about when they grew up when Disney still used hand-drawn animation, and he's willing to be like, we're moving to computer and it's just a fact. It's different. He just makes it a point that it's different. He's not really opposed to it. He's not really for it. It's just different now. That's a really cool perspective to have from somebody who's a veteran in any field, because usually the veterans in a field will be like, you gotta do it the good old ways. And it's like, no, he very much, the most criticism he gives is he makes a joke about how somebody who was a veteran of the industry started animating on a computer and was like, it feels like you're animating with a microwave. And it's like, that's funny. That's just funny. That's just an impression. That's not saying it's good or bad. It's just how he felt about it. Kind of has a negative connotation, but he made it a point that it's like very personal, right? Like he felt like it's animating on a microwave. That doesn't mean everybody does. That's how he felt it felt like. So that's really cool that you can have somebody who's a speaking voice in an industry like that and be willing to be like open to change. Feels like you don't see that as often as you'd want, as you'd hope. That, as technology changes, that the people who are established in it are happy to see those technology, or at least like accepting of those technological changes and what they bring to the table. It feels like you don't really get that. And a lot of the focus on the book is saying like, people are going to be doing that. So here is what fundamentally helped me to understand animation from his perspective when he didn't have those tools. And they're still helpful tools because that's what the fundamentals are. They are the processes that overcome technical medium. They're the processes that overcome technical medium that can be applied to the medium regardless of how that medium is handled. And they are fundamentals that will allow you to better understand and influence a medium even if that medium has technological advances that make it easier than the previous, than the way that it used to be. Because those concepts can still be applied. You just have to apply them to how they work in the new medium, because the medium utilizes them differently, but still constantly, you know. And he just talks about it. He talks about it honestly, like of his experience, what it was like to animate as an animator, using pencil and paper, using the pegboards. He has a whole section about the argument over pegboards and like how it's done, but it's like done in a very like, you don't have to, it's not done in a way of, and you need to be doing this. It's just done in a way of how he experienced that part of animation, without being like, and this is how you do it, or the fact that people aren't using it as much anymore is a problem. Like, he just says that's what it was like to animate using those pegboards. And that's what he found. If you're going to use a pegboard for animation, what works for him and what works and what doesn't work, and the process behind it. It's really neat. It's really neat to hear that kind of perspective. The biggest takeaway I've gotten from the book so far, and I haven't even gotten to where they start talking about walking animations, is the where you should start drawing your frames, because it feels like you should just start drawing your frames wherever, right? Like, especially in the case of Gartic phone, which really takes away a certain element of thinking. I'll put it that way, to worry about, is you don't have to worry about pose to pose because you're doing straight ahead animation. And the benefit of straight ahead animation is you just are working on whatever the previous frame is. You don't gotta think. You don't gotta think about where it's going, because where it's going is where it'll get. And he talks about that. But the thing that I've now started to incorporate is, okay, I'm starting to think more and more about how do I incorporate straight ahead and pose to pose animation. Where do you draw your frames? Where do you draw your frames when you start thinking about that? And the answer is twofold that I've learned. Is you find a frame rate, or not a frame rate, a frame timing that you're comfortable with to draw consistently on. So for me, they gave me a bit of a perspective of, you kind of, to start with twos, like draw your poses, or and the way that I break it down is I break it down from two to get to twos eventually, twos and ones eventually. But I think about it as, okay, I have an animation that I want to do, and I have a looping animation. So I know where I want it to start, where I want it to end. I have found that 6 frames of animation is the most bare minimum amount of animation that I need, spaced evenly apart from each other. That is what I need. You have to find that. You kind of have to tool around with it. And then what I go from there is I split it up. I split it up usually. Then I take it and I put it into either 4s. I either start drawing on 4s for each of my poses before I start doing my tweens straight ahead. So I do my straight ahead on what I think is the bare minimum of dividing that I need to be able to work out through that animation. And for me, it starts with 4s. It starts with 4s. And then I break it down into 2s. And then I break it down into 1s if I really need to. Because one of the things that Richard Williams just like says is, for his experience, 2s and 1s are kind of your like gold. They're your gold. You want to be doing 2s for general actions and 1s if you want to spice an action up. So, for example, I'm trying to internalize, and I've kind of taken that and I've modified it, because the on top of that is if you think an animation is going too fast, add frames to slow it down, and if you think it's going too slow, remove frames to speed it up. And that's the thing, is learning that kind of like back and forth to get to a point where you can have enough frames to manipulate that you can always add frames, but there is an upper limit to the number of frames you can remove. So it's a little bit of a back and forth where I've learned that I want to get the timing of an action. I want to get the timing of an action first to get it down to its barest minimum number of frames I need to do that. And then I break it apart. And then I break it apart. And then I try to break it apart to where I can finally get it down to 3s or 2s. 3s or 2s. So, and yeah, and I've gone through that because I was able to read that book and have started thinking about my animation and stuff like that. But it all started here on Gartic phone, being able to do straight ahead. sometimes you just have to have a starting point. And straight ahead is fun because you just get to see where the animation goes. You don't know where it's going to end up, and that's fun. That's so fun, and I'm so glad that Gartic Phone provides that. So, yeah. Gartic Phone, the biggest thing Gartic Phone does is it allows an entry point for animation. You don't think about where it's going unless you really are trying to plan ahead. Don't think about what's going, think about the next immediate action. That's the biggest advice I can give is like, okay, I have this frame. What can I do to change it? That's it. Don't think beyond the next frame, the frame that you're working on, because the next person is going to take that and do whatever they want with it. So it's not your concern. Your concern is what frame you're working on next, and that's it. And it's just fun. It's just fun to see what happens, because you don't know what's going to happen. And that's a part of the fun of it. You do not know what's going to happen. You can give notes, and you don't know what's going to happen. And that's amazing. Okay, I'm done talking. We can start on the next one, if you guys are ready. So we'll go ahead and just so you know, I just said all that, but we're actually doing solo drawing, and that just means now you get to choose the topic, and you're going to animate it all the way through. You're gonna animate it all the way through from start to finish. Why, lol, because I talk too much. I do that here. I talk a lot here. I very much had the Masato treatment of I grew up not really talking, and then ever since college, I have not been able to shut my mouth. Though then again, I did talk a lot when I was a kid. I just talked less because I had that vibe that people would just be like, stop talking. And I'm glad people don't do that anymore. And even when they do, I have the confidence to be like, lol, no. I've run into that exactly once, and I still to this day am just like, who goes to someone's stream to tell them to shut up? It's just so weird. It's just so bizarre. You know? And it was on a Gartic phone stream. It was so weird. It was the first time I actually had a troll join. And I guess they've imprinted. Oh boy. My internet is apparently being mad at me or something. That was weird. I didn't like that anyways. And that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm like, I really do think that I'm glad that the people who join, and every time I've done Gartic Phone, I've had more and more people join who do this, who understand that, no, we're here to experiment with art and try art and do things. We're not just here to mess around on Gartic Phone, though, like, it's that medium that I want of, like, you know, you don't have to do something right or correct, but be here for what we're doing. What we're doing, which is something, you know. Be interested and invested in the art, even if it's for funny, silly times, because it can still be for funny, silly times. We're not doing serious animation here, but it is animation, and it is something that I want people invested in. And you should be invested in it. Why wouldn't you be? Be interested in making things. That's what I want more than anything else for the stream. For the people who join for Gartic Phone. So much of my channel is kind of founded on that. Like the Lego movie. We made it full circle, guys. I know what I'm going to do here. Reaper, you're still out there. I promise it'll be better. Guys, why did downloading this Wacom... a driver for a Wacom tablet that has nothing to do with the pen maybe improve the pen's... shit. That makes no sense to me. Gartic Phone I usually do on Fridays, and I am going to mix things up a little bit, though it's not going to involve more Gartic Phone. I tried doing Gartic Phone twice a week, and it actually was grinding me down. Because again, I don't want to just become the Gartic Phone stream. I want it to be about what I am doing. Like, I want it to be about engaging with whatever I'm doing. You know, that's why we're very much a talk show here, actually, first and foremost, as well exploring my art and exploring the things I'm interested in, the games I'm interested that I want to talk about, dissect. So right now, I do every Friday. I do Gartic Phone, but I also do. I've been doing an anime. I've been practicing animation on Wednesdays, and then I want to add one more drawing stream. Actually, I'm thinking about just doing a drawing stream, probably Mondays now. And I was doing Dave the Diver on Mondays, and I think I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna move that to Wednesday evenings because Wednesday evenings I was doing something and then that ended. So I was like, okay, I gotta figure out what to do with that. So I think I'm gonna move the Dave the Diver streams, and we're gonna do Monday. We're gonna do drawing on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I encourage, like, if you enjoy this, join the rest of join the rest of what I do, because I think that what first and foremost I want people here for is interacting and engaging on stuff like this, not just Gartic Phone. That's one thing. It's one thing I do, but it's not the only thing I do. Here's what I'm gonna do. This time, we're gonna do that's up there. And generally, we just kind of have fun here, because we're a bit of a goof 'em up. We're a bit of a goof troop here, really, honestly. We just do the goofy shit. But also, I like having those moments where I can really dive into and dissect or discuss like something like that from a creative standpoint too. Like, I like impassioned discussions of art and creativity because I have impassioned interests in art and creativity, so it's hard not to feel a little invested in that, you know? It's funny. So many people want to do Masterpiece, when in reality, if you want to do Masterpiece, you could talk me into doing solo animations anytime. I wanna preface that. Like, if you're gonna talk me into doing anything, just make sure it's animation related. Like, if you're like, hey, let's do Masterpiece, I'll be like, maybe I should be like, what about solo though? Like, if you wanna do something like that, I'm not against it, but buddy, I'm here to create animations. I really am, because I utilize the animations we make. I utilize them for something. So, you know, but they have to be animations, because that's what I'm doing. Is I'm doing animation. Here we go. Uh-huh. Time to create the 100 frame animation. 24-hour animation stream. Let's go. 100,000 frames. Yes! Hey, I didn't say, listen, see, I could be talked into doing stupid things as long as it has my interest. And listen, if there's anything that I'm super glad that I have the group of friends that I do who co-host with me is they talk me into doing stuff because they know, they understand what, I'm interested in. And that's a good thing. And I recommend that for everybody out there. Like they actually know what I am interested in doing and discussions that I want to have and the things that I want to do with the stream. It's super cool that I have that, and I appreciate them for that. 100%. I think it's hard to find people like that sometimes, especially when you're trying to start making things in general. It's hard to find a group of like-minded individuals who are willing to try things. I think a lot of people are very wary to try things sometimes because they're afraid of it failing or whatever, and my friends have been very, very good at, you know, always seemingly being down to do whatever I'm interested in, and then vice versa. I'm always interested in what they want to do, as, kind of like even like yeah, if you're interested in what I want to do, I want to know what you guys want to do. And I'm grateful for that. You got to be on the same wavelength. That's why if you come in and you're like, "Oh, Gartic phone, can we do this on Gartic phone?" and it's the first thing you say, or you don't try to get involved or get a context for what we're doing. It's like, no, it's not why we're here. But when people join, like you guys who are here to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do animation. That's good. That's a good thing. I appreciate you for it. I think this will be fun. I hope this translates, but I like how this is coming out so far. Hey, crack. Hey, crack. Hey, crack. There was a request to draw me falling over, and then I shatter into 1,000 pieces, and yes. Yes, absolutely want to draw that. That sounds exactly something that I want to do. Make silly falling animations here is what I do. That's my brand, is stupid falling animations. Thank you for this again, Creeper Cat. I appreciate you. Sorry the first animation was all busted and broken, and I'm glad I figured out something that makes my computer work at least better. I don't know why it's working better now, but I will take it. What cracks me up about that is the fact that it started working better after I installed the Wacom tablet drivers, which, by the way, is for a Wacom product that have nothing to do with the pen that I'm using right now. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Oh, I know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know how this is gonna work now. Hydrate man. Oh, hydrate man. You know, I say that this channel is a lot of things, when at its core, nothing else, if nothing else, we are a live cartoon. I'm a live cartoon. That is something I could say with pride if there's any brand, because like people, Creeper has kind of coined that we're the Goober Stream. We are. We are a live cartoon. And I want people to join for that, regardless of what I'm doing. We are a cartoon that people can experience live for fun. That's fun. It almost seems fitting that now the live cartoon is making animation because we're just a bunch of fucking goobers. Oops. That was the other pen. That was the other pen. Yeah, this will be fun, I think. This is going to be a fun one. I'm going to have fun animating this and drawing this. And that's the other thing is like, just, if nothing else, just enjoy the frames you draw. Just think about frames as like, what are you going to enjoy drawing? Don't think about frames of like, what'll make it look best. Think about frames as like, what are you going to have the most fun drawing? And you'll enjoy animating more that way. If you make frames that are fun to draw, you're not going to hate it. And the nice thing about Gartic phone is you shouldn't be having that many frames anyways. You only have, in this case, you only have 6 frames. So just make them count as something that you enjoy doing. Make them frames that you're going to enjoy drawing. And you don't have to make them complicated. Oftentimes, the most complicated animation doesn't always make for the best animation. Motion is both complex and simple at the same time. You'd be surprised. You would be impressed with how much things moving is not as complicated as you think about it. A lot of times, motion sometimes is just like a trick of the eyes. Sometimes your brain will just automatically do things for you. Like, a lot of like fluid animation is still super choppy frame by frame. Your brain just does the rest of the work for you. You really would be surprised. you know? Uh-huh. Oh, no. Go get some rest, buddy. Get some rest after this, you crazy. If you say that it's 4 a.m. where you are, go the frick to sleep. I don't listen. My viewers can watch whenever they want, and I can't stop them. However, I will criticize you for watching me at 4 a.m. You shouldn't do that. Also, hello, Joe. Welcome, Joe. How's it going? Hi, hi. Welcome. I'm doing an animation request, actually. This is actually an animation request, and I'm gonna start opening that up more. Is like if people want to see me draw something specific, you could make requests on my Discord. Yeah. I don't know who Moon Tea is. I'm sorry. Are they another Gartic phone animator or streamer or yeah? That's the thing is like I've both kind of like tried to separate myself from like more typical Gartic phone streams to like be like I do something genuinely as different as possible. Hey you. Aw, you didn't keep any of my work? Boo. I hate when it does that. I don't even know why it does that sometimes. Okay, this works. Everything is kind of settling. Still moves a little bit this way. Definitely know where everything is going. I just want to make a pile. I want to make a pile of shards. I've come to pieces, boys. No. And I want to make it a point that my hair is fine. I want to make it a point that my hair is fine. Nothing even happened to my hair. Uh-huh. That is funny. Oh, nice. And also, thanks for stopping by, Joe. Hopefully you can join for next time. That. That. Oof. This is where it starts getting messy. One thing I have to remember, I've been watching a lot of Draw Few recently, and I have to remember when I see like one of their speed draws or something, that's still over like a lot of time. So I just gotta try things and try to see what'll work. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, I've turned into a mess. Hey, Kappa. Ah, jeez, I'm a mess. Ah, jeez. Kappa, don't look at me. I've had an accident. I've had an accident. I think I have time for one more. I'll have time for one more after this. Because what I usually do for, and that's why I feel bad though, it wouldn't have changed the time that this ends. Because really it wouldn't have changed anything because you guys would have joined when you joined. But I always end as close to 3 o'clock as I can get. And I typically don't try to go over anymore. I did that a couple times and it caused problems. And I have a lot of work that I end up having to do after these streams, which is for a good thing. Like the fact that I do is a good thing. No, it's just a request that, Creeper made. It's a good request. I like how this is coming out, actually. This is fun. Ah, beans. Ah, jeez. Oopsie. That said, I mean, all the issues I was having this morning, I wouldn't be surprised to be like, boy, this is just kind of how you feel. And I'm like, yeah, kind of, buddy. But no, Creeper made a good suggestion of an animation where when I fall over, I crack apart like I'm made out of glass or ice. And I was like, dude, that sounds fun. Bet. Dude, bet. Dude, bet. So moving forward, if you want to make requests for animations, you can always make them in the Discord under the question box. The question box is for general request stuff. For content, originally it was for making, if you have like a question that you want to ask us to answer, we could give it a shot and give you bad advice or whatever, a la Mabim Bam style. But in general, it's like kind of co-opted to become like just a place where people can post any suggestions or references. It's just the suggestion box. So if you have suggestion for something for me to draw, like, feel free to put it there. It's a good place to put it. Oopsie. In retrospect, maybe I should have made the cracks a different color, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm doing fine. Yeah, I think this one came out better than the first one anyways. I'm also warmed up now, so... Creeper, if you're still out there, I did it. I might even ping him. I'll be like, this one's for you, buddy. So yeah. That was fun. That was fun to draw. I really like drawing this one. And like I said earlier, we might be back later. We'll be doing something different. It won't be Gartic phone, but we'll be back later. Put it that way. Or there's a chance. There's always a chance. I will never say that it is guaranteed I will stream in Friday evenings like I do some other days, but there's always a chance that we might. Because there is something we've done already once that I'm like, I want to do more. My friends have also vocalized that they want to do more Friday evening streams. The way that we did last time, so be excited for that, fellows. There's a chance. There's a chance. It'll be happening again. I hope it's happening again. Yeah. Wiggling. I'm just wiggling. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's always a mystery what substance I'm made out of, because oftentimes I like to joke that I'm made out of liquid, so this is different. This is different. This is what happens when it gets too cold, guys. This is why I hate the cold. I'm so clumsy, so you know, when it gets cold, this is what happens. This is exactly what it looks like. That's amazing. Holy shit, that's perfect. Crumple. Crumple. I do kind of melt a little bit. I also do kind of melt a little bit. I like how that came out. Thank you, Creeper Cat. Creeper Cat, this is for you. Thank you. Good recommendation. If you want to see me if you want a recommendation of your own, stop by the Discord. There's a channel in there called the Question Box, and you can submit requests there for questions, drawings, things you want to do. It's up to you. I hope I saved that. I'll check. Now, this looked awesome, so I'm excited, Chaos. I will see it in the background. It looks good. And gotcha. Gotcha. What? Yeah. This looks dope. Good job. Yeah, this looks dope as hell. I'm excited. Well done, Tuna. Well done, Tuan. Yeah, that's rad. Good job. I like the wings coming out. I really like the wings coming out. Did I? Hold on. This way. Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, good work. I love the color coming in. You did a really good job on the shading too. All right, here we go. Ooh. Make the squish. Hell yes. Dude, I think this will look good. I think this will look good. I like the smear. 10 out of 10, but you got the butt in there. Good. 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 Yeah. Honestly, the twos are good. Well done. That's awesome. Exactly, and that's what matters. You just gotta try things. You just gotta try things sometimes. You just gotta see what'll work and what won't. I'll take it easy. Thanks for joining, guys. Yeah, of course. You guys did great. Everybody did great. Those were awesome. Well, if it's just us, just me, I'll go ahead and do at least one more. Yeah, I'll do one more. And this one will just be a solo animation, and we'll be good. We'll be good. So, unless people want to join, I'll give it a few minutes. But, yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy with how this turned out. It was a good day. A good day for animation. Makes no sense to me why, my pen started working better, but I'll take it. I'll take it. It got jealous. My pen got jealous. The art and powers of animation allow you to do mind-boggling effects. The powers of animation allow you to do mind-boggling effects. You know how it goes. Truly stunning the effects the powers of animation have on creative mind. But yeah, no, that was fun. That was a good ass time. Hope you guys can join for more next week. Like I said, hopefully next time it'll be a little bit longer. I feel bad because it's longer the wrong direction. It's going to end about this time no matter what, but I wish I could have started an hour earlier, so. C'est la vie. At least hopefully it will result in better internet, and that's what matters. And it ultimately didn't prevent me from streaming at all, which is usually my other pet peeve, is when I had technical issues that prevent me from being able to do this. For me, that's always the worst. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't waste my time. It tilts me whenever stuff like that happens, so. It tilts me when shit like that happens. Alright. Start here in a minute. Like I said, I always like to give myself a little bit of space between rounds anyways, just for my own kind of like, just gonna, don't rush. Make sure you got everything set up and ready to go. Yep, that looks all right. It's going to start here when it hits 24. God dang. Haircuts for men so good. Haircuts for men so good. I'm gonna go check out Haircuts for Men. It's so good. And I think today, if the pen is working, I'm gonna try something that I actually wanted to try last time and I couldn't. No, is the pen breaking now? And the pen decided to break just now. Of course it did. That's why I have this. I'm gonna start with a pose. The idea I have with this is we're gonna just start with a design concept that I've worked on a lot. This time I'm going to just do my best to finish it. goal right now is just to make it look. Just trying to make it look. Starting with a pose that I'm comfortable. That a little bit longer. There we go. Ultimately, at some point, I want to put this into actual production. At some point, that I put this concept into actual production. We'll see. That. I always like this process too because it feels a lot like, much like the kind of like stuff in the setting, it just feels like I'm prototyping a lot. Like it kind of feels appropriate, like, you know, these mecha that are like kind of on the cutting edge. So a lot of it is like overly simple to start with because a lot of it is like, even in its own setting, a lot of it is just prototyping. We haven't gotten to over the top, super over designed Gundams yet. And the goal with this that I'm going for is just trying to make it, in the amount of time that I have, much detail as I can, as quickly as I can. Fortunately, my freaking pen had to go out now, but I can really push myself to get something that works, and what matters is that I get it to move. That's all that matters for me right now, is that I get it to move. All right. Nope, still broken. Nope, still broken, of course. I'm just kind of thinking about what kind of shapes and motion I'm going for. And ideally, I want this to be more like, not quite so stylized, actually. But for now, it's like, again, proof of concept kind of stuff. The idea is that I can learn a lot of the ambulation here, and I want to make it clear that, like, this is heavy. The thing that's being moved is that there's a sense of heft to it. That try to position the feet a little. Biggest thing is I need to keep the feet planted. No matter what, I gotta keep the peat planted. Peat planted. That, and this needs to be brought down a little bit. Actually. And we're just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna keep this more rough than anything. We're just gonna go with it. Even add details that I wasn't able to get on another frame. Because part of this is also like, I need to learn how to use this very quick, because I'm using a different apparatus. But I still have to know how to do it quickly. And I like this twisting that I have going on right now, actually. I like it a lot. And I want the next frame to be a thrust, and then, like, to show how heavy it is, I want there to be, like, a lot of recoil. What we're gonna do. Have that be there. Yeah. That's what I want. There. And so much of this is turning, so We have a complete shift in weight here. Do what works. We have a rotation here. Extension. Which is a bit awkward and is only exacerbated by the fact that I can't use this still, I don't think. Can I? Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Almost. Almost perfect timing. And I want this to be messy. The idea is, how complicated can I make something in this kind of time constraint? Just gonna try this. Just gonna try that. Best that I can. I think that it's still giving me guff, so... Gonna do, just undoing fast. We're gonna follow this arc. As far as we can. And really what I want to do, what I want to do more than anything else is just try to preserve, try to make the best pose I can out of this. Because that's really the goal, is to make the pose good. And I will say, this is for me probably one of the hardest things I've done so far. But hey, this is kind of a test. This is kind of a test of my own ability, my own capacity to try to translate a concept I've been wanting to practice more anyways. And it's a harder concept. It's a harder concept. This is not something that is just like a fun little idea that I have. This is something that I've been tooling on and working on for quite a bit of time. And being able to do it faster is something I need to be able to do. Need this to be thinner. Like that. There we go. And again, just add as many details as I can and work with kind of the limitation that I've given myself on this timer. Go back with the white line. Back with the white lines. Get tapers in there. Get some tapers in there. Because what I want to try to preserve is a sense of weight. What I really want to preserve is a sense of weight with this. That's more that I want. More than anything else is, can I get weight in on this? Can I give this a sense of weight? Go faster. 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 Go faster. Try to get that sense that, like, you know, it's settling a little. Feet have to stay planted. down a little bit. This is the hard part with stuff like this, is like you just sometimes gotta go with it, man. Whatever it comes out as, you just gotta kind of like be willing to go with the flow on it, cause it's hard, difficult. Consistency can be very, very difficult. That said, I definitely think like with posing and action like this, I've gotten much better. I'm so curious how this will come out. I don't know if it's going to come out good or bad, but I think it's going to come out something. It's going to come out as something. Nothing else. This is giving me kind of speed draw practice, because holy crap. Speed drawing to me is like kind of a bit of a white whale for me. I feel like speed drawing is something that I don't do very often and is very like stressful. Very stressful to me. The kind of thing that I definitely know I want to do more of. I've seen other people do it, but I'm just like, God, there's so much work though. God, there's so much work though. How they go so fast. How you get fast like that, man? How do people go fast? I don't know how to go fast. Go fast, go bad sometimes. I feel like I'm very messy, so the faster I go. I think I make a lot more, not mistakes per se, but I just get a lot more frantic, which can work for my animation sometimes, but I think sometimes it's not necessarily the best thing to be frantic. And really, it's just building that muscle memory to go quickly, which can be a little difficult sometimes. And then a hold. The idea is that it's like quick, but it's like, heavy. So it's like quick motion, but the momentum is like, wah. You know, that it really strained the systems to do that. Just like me in real life, a real strain on my systems to be able to draw this way. No! It's fine. Delete your art. Who cares? Things happen. Can't believe they do that like that to me. Delete your art. You won't. Oh, Start with the bottom there. Do what works. 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 And I will say, like, generally speaking, like, just based on this, like, I have a much better mind for, like, how things kind of just move together. Like, going straight ahead, too. Like, this already is, like, a little bit better than most of the times where I attempt this kind of subject. I would say, like, definitely. Verifiably so. I struggle with this subject sometimes because it's a very complex subject, and I did pretty okay with it, I think. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. One of these days, I'll get a little bit better at shading, because I'm like, maybe I need to back shade that, so that way you can tell that it's behind everything, but it's fine. It's fine. If the motion is preserved, that's what matters. That's what matters, is did I preserve the motion? And we'll find out here in a minute. It's perfect timing. Boy, I feel like this one took... This felt like it went fast, by the way. I felt like I was, like, blistering this one. Holy crap. I don't know if this is going to come out well, but I am curious, because I felt like I was speeding. I was zooming through this one. I felt like I had no time, even though it's not any other time than the time that we've had. Like, it's not any different. But it's the kind of, like, weight and motion I want to go for with this kind of subject, is I want it to feel very quick but heavy. Like, I love momentum, and I think there's a lack of momentum in a lot of stuff like this. I think there's a habit to make it move really fast without any sense of weight behind it. And that's the thing that makes that kind of thing cool for me, is like how even if it's quick, it feels like it has a sense of mass to it. You gotta have a sense of mass to it, which I am not even gonna guarantee I've done here, but it's what I was going for. Now let's see what happened. Now let's see how this came out. Let's see what happened. Because the idea is, like, you know, he thrust it and then it, like, settled. So, like, it's like, but it, like, recoiled his whole body. So I don't think I got enough motion in there to see the recoil, but I did want it to give it a, yeah, fuck yes. It worked. That's exactly what I was going for. Babies, we doing it. Babies, I'm gonna make me a goddamn mecha game anime bullshit one of these days. Because if I could do this, I can make me the mecha game I've always wanted. Holy shit, that came out good. Fuck yes. Oh, it feels good. All right, on that note, I'm gonna end. I'm gonna start my outro. That was like perfect timing too. It was good. Today was good. So yeah. Before we go, as I like to end any stream. If there's anybody out there, if you're just lurking, whatever, you don't gotta participate, but I do encourage everybody to participate in this last bit we do. At the end of every stream, I always do a bit where I take a couple phrases and we all work together to make one more image. I make it in Bing Create. We generate it through that. It can be topical, can be non sequitur nonsense, and I'll try to take whatever phrases there are and I'll try to turn it into a picture. So feel free to drop any ideas in chat or just wait a moment and I'll make it. So and I'll show it at the very end of the stream so that way we can all see what wonderful art we've made together. And I think for today we will say padding animations on the back. Padding animations on the back, and then if anybody wants to say anything, I have some ideas on what to say next. Ah, geez, the jammer is back again. Oh no, except the stream is dying because the freaking jammer is back. It's good to know that the jammer is hitting now. Thank goodness. Please fix my internet, you fricks. You sick fricks. You sick fricks. So, if you want to add something, let me think. Ooh, is it still not? Are you still not? I know I had a little bit of a skip. There we go. I think we're fixed. We're fixed now. I was thinking adding animations on the back, trying not to make MCCanary shatter into 1,000 tiny shards of cobalt. Alright, I'll go ahead and let that cook. So if you want to see that image, stick around to the very end. I also do a bit of a closing bit. We do raid after every stream, so that way the daywalkers in our chat keep watching. Just everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows, because it's all... unlock your doors and windows, because it's no longer lunchtime for daywalkers. And thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you had a good time and you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking on any of the links. There's a link to an Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter, and a Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to, and just generally you can come hang out with the rest of the community there. It's a good time on the Discord. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure to also hashtag with MCCanary or link it back to the stream so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. And if you want to see the stream grow, you gotta let people know. I really appreciate that people are talking about the stream. It's really rad that people are doing that. It does matter, and it's always nice to see people come in and mention that they learned about the stream from somebody else. So if you want to be cool, tell people about the stream. Share it. I appreciate it. And thank you to Mo Shrimp and all of our supporters on Patreon and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to expand the stream as well as take on more projects. And the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you. So we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as a couple of the benefits you could get, you could always subscribe directly on Twitch or check out the Patreon page here. It'll show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. And thank you to Mods who do a wonderful job holding back the robot army to prevent him becoming famous. Thank you everybody for joining. Hope you had a good time. I'll get you through housekeeping and get you on your way. And thanks for all the good job on animations. All the animations came out great today. Good job, everyone. One last thing, check out the rest of my friends' content in our network of Goblin Entertainment. You can find all of their stuff in that link tree, all the things that my friends have done and all the things that they've been up to. You can find it all there, and you can find the rest of my stuff here in my link tree. That link tree will has everything that I post to, such as a VOD channel for the Twitch, as well as a YouTube for my own videos, an ArtStation for my art, and a SoundCloud for my music. So go check everybody out in Goblin Entertainment. Alright, stick around, we'll be raiding to someone. We'll be heading to someone. We'll be heading to someone. Dot's live. Dot's live. I feel like we haven't rated. Oh, Prin's live. Ah, fuck. We gotta go to Prin. Ah, shit. We gotta go to Prin. We'll go to Prin. Looks like she's playing with a couple friends. Prin and her friends are awesome. Go say hi to her. She's a rad gal. So it looks like they're playing Pac-Man 2, the sequel to Pac-Man. Oh, it's everyone's favorite sequel to Pac-Man. So stick around for that. Otherwise, have a good afternoon. Take it easy. And remember that animation is easy as long as the tools work. As long as this is exactly how I felt. This is exactly how I felt the whole stream, and I appreciate you guys for the pain. The pain! Hydrate pot, no! Can't believe he'd do this to me. Hydrate pot's up.